Show with me, Joe. It's Technology Tuesday, and this Tuesday has me asking, hey, Parler, do we need an alternative to Twitter?
It's the Joe Show.
I'm sure that if you're watching this, you're aware of a platform. It's a little one. It's tiny. It's called Twitter. And because platforms like Twitter and Instagram are open for anybody to create an account, in the past couple years, we've had an influx of celebrities, politicians, and overall famous people come onto the platform needing to be verified and or confirmed as the real person. But what happens when those verified people, when those trusted sources start spouting out lies and misinformation? Well, Twitter had to step in and start flagging things as potentially misleading or containing non-factual information, which is a form of censorship, you could argue. However, I prefer to think of it not as censorship, but as a check and balance system similar to what we have in the way that we set up the government of the United States, checks and balances, which I'm pretty sure is an actual official political term. However, recently there's been a lot of claims about suppression of conservative voices on social media, which I'm going to remind you does not happen. That is misinformation. There's no proof of it. In fact, if you check the statistics, month over month, conservative voices are at the top of all platforms. So if you've heard that and you're still clinging to that belief, just know you're incorrect. There's no censorship and no suppression of conservative voices when you're at the top of the trending list month over month. I'm sorry, there's just not. However, that hasn't stopped them from trying to move over to other platforms to spout their lies, misinformation, and conspiracy theories, and thus comes to today's review of Parler. Is it worth it? Do we actually need a Twitter alternative? I checked it out, so you don't have to sign up for it. So I'm going to make a prediction here and say that this is just a fad and that Parler has no longevity. From the get-go, I don't like the logo. It looks copied from like Patreon. I don't like the name. It doesn't inspire anything fun or creative like Twitter and tweet. You can't say, hey, did you see that par that so-and-so did? No, that sounds so lame. It makes you think about golf, par 9, par 3, par 4. It's not a good name. It doesn't roll off the tongue like Twitter and tweeting. So I really don't think that it's going to give Twitter a run for its money at all. But let's check it out. So here we are on Parler. I'm going to open it up. First question it asks me is what is my favorite color, and I can choose, I guess, what the UI will look like. So let's choose, I don't know, a purple or blue, maybe the green. The green looks nice. We'll choose green. Now I got to create an account. I'll create an account, and I'm going to skip over it. Before I even got to this profile screen, it asked me for my phone number to even authenticate for two-factor authentication. I don't recall adding my phone number to my Twitter, although maybe nowadays you actually need to do that. I don't really like the fact that I have to give them my phone number, but they are using it for two-factor. Normally, I don't like people who use anime pictures on their profile, but as I don't plan on using this account, we're going with an anime picture. Plus, it looks like me. So here we are. It says, welcome. My username, find news sources and people to follow and start reacting. So here we are, personalize my Parler experience. Top suggestion is Ted Cruz, conservative voice. Then Mark Levin, who I also think is a conservative voice. Then Sean Hannity, also a conservative voice. Devin Nunes, also a Republican. Dinesh D'Souza, I don't know that person. Phil Robertson, looks like Duck Dynasty person, I'm guessing. Republican. So here we are now. It's loading my feed after following Sean Hannity and some other thing. I have no idea. And now we're in. My first par is I joined a Parler. That sounds so stupid. My first par. I parted. Hold on, guys. I gotta part this. Parted. Sorry, I parted. Let's see what Sean Hannity said 24 minutes ago. Urgent. We will not win in Georgia unless you get involved. Call the governor now. It's not at all what Sean Hannity sounds like. I think actually Sean Hannity sounds like this a little bit. Urgent, we will not win in Georgia unless you get involved. Call governor now. I'll get right on that, Hannity. And it says somehow that this got 607,000 views. For some reason, I don't believe that number. I feel like that's an inflated number. After looking at that, let's look at some of the other things here on the app. We've got a compass, which I'm sure is the Discover News feature so that you can discover things related to the crap that I'm already following. We got sick codes, interesting write-up from 2018 about voting machines. Probably more right-wing leaning stuff over here. Mike Pompeo talking about a second Trump administration, of course. Yep, okay. CNN begins publicizing their list, whatever that means. So again, this is more and more of an echo chamber for the right wing to just spew their nonsense to people in some sort of unchecked way. Here, Tucker Carlson just joined. Ooh, good job. Now you can look at Tucker because you need more Tucker in your life. And then you go over to bells, and I'm sure that that is my notifications if I were to have made something. And then the search is for searching. I'm not really sure. Oh, I guess that's to search hashtags. And then discover is to discover new things. This is very similar to Twitter. So then I'm feeling a little bubbly in my stomach, and I feel like I need to part, which again doesn't sound as cool as a tweet. Did you read that tweet? Did you read that parlay? It just doesn't have the same mouthfeel. It doesn't roll off the tongue. It's not as easy. It's an extra step. Parlay. It's 2 syllables. Parlay. Tweet. It's 1 syllable. Of course, I have to be a little troll here, so I'm going to say, I love Joe Biden. Such a nice guy. Great smile. The best teeth. I know, as a dentist. Hashtag election 2020. Parlay. So I just posted it. Don't know if I'm going to get any action here, but I hope I get some comments, some conversation going on my parlay. I hate it so much. It's so dumb. So this is also interesting. Now I have some notifications on that first robot post that I posted, and there's a guy called Joe Pegs on here that says, glad to see you on Parler where free speech is actually alive, and well, it's not. And then there's Vanessa is late. Welcome to Parler. I want you to enjoy it here as much as I do. Please let us know if you have any questions. Hashtag Parler Concierge. And then there's John Matz. Welcome for people looking for Parler tips and how-tos. Check out @Parler support for the Parler YouTube page. These people are either A, paid by Parler, or B, bots set up by Parler to draw people into the platform to make them feel like they have some sort of white glove service to welcome them to the platform. That is exactly what's going on here. It's an interesting psychology move. I don't think that these are actual real people. Maybe even they are the CEO. Okay, this guy's the CEO of Parler, so that is 100% a robot account. Now, it's been about 3 minutes since I posted that Joe Biden election post, and it's interesting that I can see that it has been viewed 31 times. And if I look at the statistics, it says it has been shown in 61 people's feeds, and it says views times this was selected and opened 1. That might be from myself actually viewing my own parlay, as they call it. Let me refresh this. Yes, that is exactly what happened. It's counting my own views of my own parlay, and it also increased my impression count once I did that as well. So actually people can quite heavily influence how many times their parlays appear. So that Sean Hannity post that has supposedly 620,000 views could have been a lot of the same people over and over again as they're scrolling through their feed, clicking on it to interact, and then re-clicking on it to see what people have said back to them if they do choose to start the conversation with that parlay. Now I hopped onto the election 2020 hashtag, which I used in my post, and it's nice to see that there are thoughts here already promoting their OnlyFans. So the pornography has already seeped into Parler. So that's fun that that's already on this platform. And then let's find out what this megaphone is actually for. Oh, so that's the retweet icon, is they have a megaphone. You can echo their sentiments, I guess. So if I echo it, I can actually echo my own post. Oh no, I can't, because when I was trying that earlier, I hit it and I didn't show you guys, and it says error. I can only echo my own post every 6 hours. So that's a feature. Part of the platform is that you can echo your own posts, but you can only do it once every 6 hours. So once in the morning and once in the afternoon. Kind of a weird feature to have, but all right. Interesting. So now in the course of doing this, Very, very interesting thing just happened. It seems as though my post has been removed. The Joe Biden post has been removed. So for a platform that's claiming free speech for everyone, all of a sudden my post got removed? How interesting. So apparently this is where free speech is happening, huh? On Parler? Where instead of just marking a post as potentially misleading, they're just gonna straight up delete people's posts. Listen, I'm not a fan of Parler to begin with here because I think it's a right-wing echo chamber at this point, but deleting liberal views from it, actually deleting a post for no reason whatsoever, is ridiculous. I'm gonna make another one just to try this out. Here we go. I'm about to make another part. Joe Biden Corona Task Force is legit, to be honest. Hashtag election 2020 submit. I'm gonna give this 5 minutes and see if it actually exists. And then actually after about 3 minutes to maybe 4 minutes, I'm going to echo my tweet again, or echo my par again, my parlay again. Hate the terminology on this, of this. I'm gonna echo my parlay again and see if it gets removed once more. Now let's see what happens here. So it's been a minute and it already has 33 impressions on it, which is about the same as last time. Now it's been 3 minutes and I'm up at 72 views, which again is almost the exact same pattern as last time. I also opened up the parlay and looked at it to trigger a second view on it, which I did exactly the same as before. We've now reached 4 minutes, so I'm going to echo my own parlay here. I just echoed it and I realized what I did, so I'm going to delete it like last time. Oops, my bad. And now again, after I echoed it, it removed my post. Now I just joined Parler post to see if maybe it is triggering some sort of deletion. I'm going to remove this post to see if maybe that's what is actually happening here. So now I just echoed my original post that they auto-made for me. I then removed it, and then I refreshed to see if it removed the original as well, and it looks like it has not removed the original. I'm really not sure what exactly is happening. I'm gonna try this one more time. Here we go, a third try. Joe Biden will make a great president. Hashtag election 2020. Submit it. I'm going to cut down the time this time. Refresh until I get 30 views. Then I'm going to echo it. And we're going to see what happens. So here we are a minute later and my post has reached 48 impressions. I'm going to refresh it just so that you can see I'm not making it up. I'm going to echo it with no comment and then just see what happens. I'm not going to remove it this time. I'm just going to leave it. In the meantime, while I'm waiting on that, I'm going to make a parlay about Trump. So I say Trump got robbed, election 2020. Now we can see in my feed 8 seconds ago, 9 seconds ago, I parlayed that Trump got robbed. And my Joe Biden ones are still here as well. So now I'm going to wait until the Trump one gets up to 3 minutes. Then I'm going to echo it and then I'm going to remove it to see if the same thing happens. About a minute has passed on my Trump post, and as you can see, I get about 30 views no matter what I say. Okay, we're now 3 minutes into my Trump got robbed parlay, and you can see 70 views on it, which is very normal for this amount of time, as we've seen several times on this video. I'm now going to echo that. Echo it. It let me do it. I echoed it. We can see it here. Still there. Still there. Still there. I want to point out that my Joe Biden post is also still there as well. I'm now going to delete that echoed Trump post and see if it removes the original with it. So here we go. Remove. Now I just removed it. You saw that. Now I'm going to refresh. And the original one is still there this time. Not disappeared. Now another minute has gone by and the Trump post is still here and the Joe Biden posts are also still here. I wonder what happens now if I delete this Joe Biden post. Let's see here. I'm going to refresh one more time. Then what happens when I delete the Joe Biden post? Oops. Remove. And now I'm going to refresh once again. And that one is still there as well. However, Parler did remove my parlays about Joe Biden having nice teeth and me knowing because I'm a dentist. There's no way to know for them if that is a true statement or not, so there's no reason why it should have been removed, especially because they're claiming that this is about free speech. Now they're still here, you can still see it, so I don't know if I just somehow stumbled on a bug or what was going on, but to me, it feels like, as somebody who is joining a platform under the guise of having free speech, that there was actual suppression going on. So I'd like to have somebody from Parler reach out and explain to us what the hell was going on with that. Seems to me like there is some sort of censorship or editing going on here, despite them claiming that there is not. If you feel differently, however, let me know in the comments. What do you think of Parler? Will you sign up and start parlaying? Yeah. Let me know in the comments. That's been today's Joe Show. If you like my content, hit that subscribe button and mash that bell to get a notification every time I upload a new video. Come back next week on Tuesday when I do another technology story, or check out one of my other videos as I have a different video type each day just to switch it up and keep you guys on your toes. Tell a friend about my show, and until next time, part something good, 'cause I love you.